Hello, everybody, and welcome to Just Press Play. This is Denmark, and this is a place where we talk about life, culture, faith, and how it affects us as Christian believers. And tonight, I want to share with you an old Hasidic tale, and it's called the Kebbitch Itch. That's the story, but the tale goes like this. No, it's an old story about a woman whose name was Anna Kebbitch. She was a complainer. All day long she would complain. Magko-complain lang siya na magko-complain. And her complaints are like this, no? I have so little money. My clothes are like old rags. My health is so bad. My back feels like the walls of Jericho. I must walk so far to draw water from the well. My feet are like watermelons. My house is so small I can barely move in it. My children visit me so little that they barely or hardly know me. And you can see, she could go on complaining forever and ever. And then one day, Anna Kebbitch woke up with an itch on her nose, no? Nangati yung ilong niya. All day long, her nose itch. Until finally, she can't take it anymore, hindi niya na matiis. She went to town to visit the rabbi. And the rabbi, no, yung teacher nila. When the rabbi saw Anna, he asked her, "How are you, Anna?" And then Anna replied, "I have so little money. My clothes are like old rags. My health is so bad. My back feels like the walls of Jericho. I must walk so far to draw water from the well. My feet are like watermelons. My house is so small, I can barely move in it. My children visit me so little that they hardly know me. And now I have this itch on my nose and it plagues me so. Tell me, Rabbi, what does it mean?" Grabe siguro yung kati ng ilong niya, hindi niya siguro matiis. And this is what the rabbi said. The rabbi said, "Anna, your itch is the Kebbitch itch. The complainer's itch." So pag nakangati yung ilong niya, yung ilong natin, we have the complainer's itch. Its meaning is this. The rabbi said, this is what it means, no? However you consider yourself, so shall you be. However you consider yourself, so shall you be. The next morning, Anna woke up and her nose was still itching. She could barely move. Her back had turned to stone like the walls of Jericho. When she looked about her, she noticed that her house had shrunk until her arms stuck out the windows and her legs hung out the front door. She could not move in it, or she could not move at all. On the end of her legs, sa dulo ng kanyang mga paa, were two huge watermelons. Her clothes had turned to old rags, and when her son and daughter came walking by, Anna called out to them, but they continued walking on, wagging their heads as if they didn't know her. And to top it all off, Anna's nose continued to itch. In despair, Anna remembered the meaning of the Kebbitch itch. However you consider yourself, so shall you be. What does that mean? Anna began to think, you know, I do have money enough to live on and more. So, starting today, I will give out of my abundance to those who are not so well off. My health is not so bad. Actually, for someone my age, I feel quite well. This is what Anna said. I'm glad I have such a nice house to live in. It's not large, but it's comfortable and quite warm. I really don't mind my walk to draw water from the well. I love to smell the flowers along the path. And my children, I'm so proud that they have become independent and are now able to take care of themselves. And you know what? Miraculously, as the story goes, while Anna was saying these things, her situation returned to normal and her outlook on life changed forever. So when the rabbis would tell Anna's story, they would always end with this statement: "May your nose itch forever." So does this sound familiar to you? Can relate ka ba, no? Nakaka-relate ka ba sa kwento ni Anna or nung Kebbitch Itch? We might not get the Kebbitch Itch because really it's a story, although sometimes, no, makati talaga yung ilong mo, baka nga totoo. But there is truth to this story. Most of the time, we don't see that we have more than enough. No, we have this attitude na laging parang kulang. We have this feeling na if only I have this, if only I have that, pag nagkaroon ako nito, pag nabigyan ako nito, pag meron ako nito, somehow, then and only then, life will be better and you will be satisfied. And we have that feeling. We always have that feeling, no, na parang when you look around, people have more than you, or parang pag may gusto ka, you think na, kung meron lang ako nun okay na. Kung meron lang ako niyan, mas madali, no? We need to be reminded that our outlook affects outcomes, no? Our attitude will always make the difference, or it makes a difference. So let me ask you this question, or this series of questions, no? Do you complain all the time? Do you expect the worst in others? Wag naman sana, no, yung laging wini-wish mo na masama yung sa iba. Do you always resent it when people have more than you? No, kapag mas marami sila, nagagalit ka, naiinis ka sa kanila, or mas napipikon ka, or gusto mo, may kakaiba kang inis kapag someone is doing better than you. Meron ka bang ganyan, no? You know what? The result of that kind of thinking is this. Your situation will probably get worse. No, it will only get worse. It cannot get better. On the other hand, if you see the good in others, rejoice with others who are doing better than you, no? Pag may nag-succeed, hooray, you succeeded, you rejoice with them, and praise God for all that He has given you, everything that He has given you. Then remember this, your situation will probably get better. Sometimes we forget that, no? Madami na pala tayong blessings, madami nang binigay si Lord, but in our short-sightedness, in our selfishness, in our non-contentment or not being content with the things that we have, we forget that God has already given us much. The Apostle Paul reminded us in Philippians 4:11-13. Sabi niya dito, not that I'm speaking of being in need. Sabi niya, hindi dahil nangangailangan ako, no? For I have learned in whatsoever situation I am to be content. Kahit anong sitwasyon, nandun ako, I have learned to be content. I know, and then he goes on, pinatunayan niya, sabi niya in verse 12, I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound in any and every circumstance. I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hungry, abundance and need. So if you're gonna look at what Paul is saying, umabot na siya sa extremes, no? Extreme good, extreme low, extreme bad, extreme happy, no? He reached all those. And what did he say in the end? He said this, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. It's funny how that verse is always used for us when we are faced with insurmountable obstacles, no, unbeatable opponents. No, we use that verse, but really, if we read it and we understand it, Paul was actually saying, "Look, I know how it is, and I know what it feels like to be in the extremes. And you know what? With the Lord's help, I can do everything. I can be content. I can be content in this situation." And it's far different on how we use it with overcoming things, when Paul was really actually saying, whatever situation, I can do all things because Christ gives me strength to be content. So Christian believers are to be positive people. If you're a Christian, if you're a believer of Christ, if you're a disciple of Christ, you are to be a positive person. We have every reason to be. So, may you see that God provides for you and takes care of you. May you see that you have more than what you lack. And may your nose itch forever. This is Denmark. This is Just Press Play. And we would like to hear from you, and we care about you. So you can message us if you have any comments, if you want to talk about something, if you want to be prayed for. You can reach out, and we're willing to listen. We're here to we're here for you. We're here to listen to you, no? And you can reach us out in Just Press Play PH in Facebook, Just Press Play in Instagram. And yes, if you're watching this, could you kindly subscribe on YouTube? We also have YouTube Just Press Play PH, no spaces. No, it would really help grow the channel so that more could hear. And we also have an email if you want to tell your story, if you have something that you really want to get off your chest, just press play ph@gmail.com. And we're here for you and we're waiting for you. And we would also like to pray for you if that is what you want. So until then, this is Denmark again, and God bless you.